Okay, Esther, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed.
Okay.
All right. Are you going to lead us in a word of prayer so we can get started?
Okay. Let's pray.
Okay.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the day. Thank you for the gift of life, and thank you for the gift of this class. As we learn today, we ask that you may be with us. Grant us the gift of understanding and knowledge. Whatever we are going to be taught, may we get it. And it's in Jesus' name I pray, believing and trusting. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Esther. All right. How is everybody feeling this morning? Everything good?
Yes.
Very good. Glad to have you again. And like I said, this is an extra class. So we don't expect everybody to make it today, but we are going to record it anyway, so that whoever cannot be able to make it will be able to get access to the recording. Last time we started programming our game, we did a random number gaming whereby we imported what we call a library in Python. The library, we call it random. That means to randomize something is to juggle it up. Like you can have cards, okay? You mix them up, or if you have, let's say, dice, you can shake and then you mix them up. So in Python, we use randomization, which we call it import random. So our game was to be able to guess a number between 1 and 10. But you can always change that. The more you change it to bigger number, the more time it takes to guess the number. So we did random here, and then we went ahead and say whatever random we did, we are going to go ahead and bring it here, but now we call it and then we do a dot. So we call that a dot notation, and then we say the number we are going to use will be an integer. So we call that, and then we randomize it, integer between 1 and 10. And then we set a condition. Whatever that condition is, we assign it to the word false. If the game is over, that means the game here is going to be equals to false. While equals to false, then we continue. That means otherwise we will have to stop doing what we need to do. So we went ahead and call that by inputting the player guess. So whatever the number you guess will be input here. And then we use that number to see what the computer is thinking. So we compare. So if the player guess equals to correct answer, then compare answer. If that's right, then game is going to be over. If it's not right, then we proceed. So we use the if-else statement. We say if the number guessed is greater than the correct number, that means the computer will have it in the memory. Then we compare again, we say it's higher number, then we have to go ahead and try again. Then we say if the player guess is lower than the correct number, then we compare, we say that number is too low. Then we say if the compared answer is right, then we print yes, it's correct, and we win. Otherwise, we say we compare the answer. If the answer equals to what the number is, then we say it's, if it's high, we say it's too high. If it's low, we say it's too low. So we keep on guessing. So that's what we did last time, okay? And this is the code. So I shared with you. I know right now it might not sound very easy to follow, but that's why we are here. We are here to learn, okay? So today, we are going to do a few more examples. We are going to code a game. We normally call it rock, paper, scissors solution, like rock, paper, scissors game. Have you used that, Duchess? Have you heard of that? Okay, so we are going to go ahead and try that today, okay? So in this one, we have what we call, we are importing, okay? What we are importing system. So that means Python, the beauty is that we don't have to program it from the ground up. We import certain libraries. Remember the previous game we imported random. Now we're importing system. And then the next thing we do, we use a variable, we call it variable one or user one. And then we say input. What we input, we say input what is your name. Okay.
Oh, can you please wait really quick because I'm trying to.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. I'm just trying to get on Collab.
Oh, you try to get on Colab? You having difficulty? Okay, let me share in the chat, okay? Just click that link in chat. Then that will take you to your Colab. Let me know when you're there. You got it?
Okay, yeah, thank you.
We are good? Are we good?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, so the game here, which we are trying to design, we call it a rock, paper, scissors game, okay? Rock, paper, scissors, okay? Okay, and then we describe the game, we say this game, we are making a two people game, okay? So 2-player game. So you're gonna play with your partner. That's gonna be you and another person, okay? So here, a player will ask, so a player we ask a player, for, ask a player to play, Then you're using an input, so you use an input. First of all, they'll put their name. And then, secondly, we compare their input. So we compare input, and then we print them out. So as usual, you probably also want to make this your name. So you put your name here. Say you're the programmer, okay? Put your name so you can own it. I'm gonna put, let's say, let me put my name, but you can change that to your name, okay? Then you say, this is copyright. Okay. So you can own this program. So copyright 2021. Okay. So once you do that, now you come and put your first name. So put your name here, and then you're gonna be the first user, and then user second or the second user, you basically just copy and then you change a few things. So this will be 2. And then we say input the second player, okay, user 2. Okay, and then go back here, and then we say user answer, the 1 answer. We put input. Okay, we say when you do this, that means it's a string. String means it's between, it could be somebody's name, between the characters A to Z. Okay, so we say S for string. Then we say, do you want choose rock, paper, or scissor? So this will scroll across, so don't worry. You ask a question, and then you answer the question. Our question answered, so we say, we use that to echo. To echo is to print out what the user 1 did put. So user 1 put that in there, okay? Remember, this user 1 is actually already been input here, so user 1 here, okay? That's the user 1 right there. So we did that, and then we come back. Then we do another one for user 2. So user 2, answer equals to input. Okay. Then we say it's gonna be that S for string, comma, and then we say, do you want to choose rock, paper, or scissor? Okay. And then you go ahead and do the same here for user 2. Okay, we're gonna echo user 2's input right there. Okay, so we have the name for user 1 input in, we have the name for user 2 also input in. Let me squeeze it a little bit, okay, so we can see it all. Okay, this is user 1, user 2, and then we have answer for user 1 and answer for user 2. And then in Python, we have something we call function. So when we want to define a function, we call DEF. That means define, okay? Short for define. So we define to compare, function to compare, and we compare user 1 with user 2. Okay? And then we say if user 1 compares to user 2, okay, then we return it's, we say it is a tie. Okay, a tie. Okay. Otherwise, remember the else if. Otherwise, say elif. Elif. Okay, U1 equals to rock. So in Python, you can use double quote or single quote. It does not matter in this. There are cases whereby that matters. If you see this single one here, you probably want to use doubles so it does not confuse it. So in our code here, we are going to consistently use double quotes unless otherwise demanded, okay? So we say else if rock. But the next one, then we say if. So we indent, and then we say if U1 rock, and then we say if U2 user 2, okay, equals to Caesar. Then we say return what? We return rock. Rock wins. Rock, paper, scissors. So here the rock will win. Otherwise, we come back and say else return paper wins. Okay, elif. Remember our elif. So we say elif. Elif means else if. Elif. The one equals to pair. So we copy that so we can save time. User 1 is going to repeat the same thing for user 2, what user 2 did there. So user 1, okay. We say L return user 1 Caesar, and then if user 2 it's going to be if U2 pepper, double quote, so we say pepper. Always you want to use the full column there. Then we return, come back and return what? Return Caesar wins. Okay, so here we copy that, we bring it here, change this one to Caesar's win. And then else. See, we are trying to align else with else, if with if, else if with else if. Okay, so we say else, column, return rock, wins. Okay. Then we say elif, user 1, then user 1 pepper, So you see the pattern we're going. We're making sure that everybody is tested. So we say pepper, and then we go ahead and say user 2. Okay, this is rock pepper. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me go back here. Okay, let's see. Return rock wins. So we know the rock wins, and then we check the pepper, and then we say here, if U2 is rock, then we say return. So we go ahead and return. We return pepper wins. Win. So we had the pepper win, and then we say else. Sorry. And we say else return Caesar win. So we return pepper win, Caesar win. So we just align those so they can be the same level. Yeah, same level. Okay. Caesar win. And then you say else. Go ahead and say return invalid. So we say return invalid input. Okay. Then we say, now we are talking back to them, you have not entered, you have not entered pepper or Caesar. Let's try again.
Are we gonna be able to add like pictures of rock, paper, and scissors, like so they can like click on which one they want?
Say again.
So like, could we also add images? Like so they could click, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we will be able to do that, but right now we just put the names, but eventually we'll be able to manipulate with we can do the images.
Okay.
So yeah, that's still way advanced for us at this point, but we can be able to do that, yes. Okay, so we come back here and then we say return. Remember, we use the system up here, okay? Our system import here. We imported the system, okay? System library. That manipulate the operating system. Remember the operating system? Now we're using it now. And then here, we say whatever that system we called, we have to go ahead and exit so we can clear the memory, okay? Exit. Okay. And then we go ahead here and say print. Print, compare user 1 answer, and user 2 answer. Okay. Then now the main thing here is to we run it. So we run and see, and this is just one way you can do it. I know it's long, but it's telling us step by step what we need to do. So what we need here is to be able to master the syntax. What do? We input user 1. First of all, we imported the system, which you're going to use. And then we put first name for the user 1. And then we put another name for user 2. And then we input first answer, then input second answer, and then we compare. So here we declare a function with U1 and U2. U1 and U2 basically means user 1 and user 2. So you say if user 1 equals to, or we compare user 1 and they are the same as user 2, then we return it's a tie. Otherwise, if user 1 equals to Rock, and if user 2 equals to Caesar, then we return Rock wins. Okay? So whatever that Rock is going to be the first one, and then second user Caesar, then the first user will win. Else we return Pepper wins. Okay? Now remember, it's Rock, Caesar, and then we return Rock will win, otherwise Pepper will win. And then if we do second one here, we go Caesar, and then second user do Pepper, and then Caesar will win. Now remember, Caesar here is the first one, which is like on the Rock side, the Rock will be the first. So Rock will win here, but Caesar will win here. Otherwise, Rock wins. Okay? And then we say if U1 do the Pepper and user 2 do the Rock, Pepper will win. Okay? Else we return Caesar win. Otherwise we say return invalid. You have not entered Rock, Pepper, or Caesars. We need you to try again. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and need you to try again. Otherwise, we print and compare the users 1 and users 2 input. So let's go ahead and run it. We ready? Okay. Run that. That take a few seconds. A few invalid syntax here. Okay. So we have to fix that problem. Okay. Normally, when you declare a function here, you have to end it with a full colon, which I forgot. That means anybody can make a mistake, okay, which I did. So we run it again, and then we have another error, which is pretty normal. So let's go ahead and fix that error. So user 1 Caesars, telling Caesar U1, invalid syntax.
See what's wrong.
Okay, Aleph, yeah. Let me see.
Oh, maybe because it's not capital. The S, I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna make it a small letter, then consistent here. See if we got this to be the same. Okay. Aleph, this is Aleph Caesar, Aleph U1 Caesars. Let me try single quote. That's gonna make any difference, but let's try that. Why is it showing that? Okay, the return win Pepper 1. Let me go back here. Okay. Okay, normally this is where you spend a lot of your time, what we call debugging a code. Some of them will be very easy, some of them might take you long, but eventually when you fix it, you're gonna realize, how did I make that simple mistake? These are 1, scissors, U2, paper. Okay, 24. Elif input, scissors 24 here. Return, paper wings. What's going on? I don't see that. Okay, got start here, right there. Good to go. U1, compare. U2, compare, return, it's tie. Elif U1, rock. Elif U2, scissors. Scissors. Rock. Rock wins. Elif. No, that's return. Okay. Okay, let's see here, return that. Return that here. Syntax. Okay, let's try again. 26. I said, do you see any error? I don't see any error here.
Oh, never mind.
Invalid syntax. Elif. Caesar. Okay, Caesar wins.
I know what the error is.
Okay, tell me. I can't see it now. What's the error?
I think it's because you only put one of the
Like I was gonna say that. I was like, wait, but he said it didn't matter. But like, I feel like if you do that,
Say again. What's the error?
you just fixed it. Yeah.
Okay, normally that should not be a problem, but you see it's still giving us error. So I see this. What's the error here? Invalid syntax. UI. Okay, Caesar UI once. Okay, hold on. Elif 2. Oh, okay. Let me see. Yeah, that's instead of equal sign, should be a comparison sign. Okay, so we did Elif 2, so we return wins. Then we do that now. Let's run it again. See how that gets us. So we go back here now. We have another error, so we need to fix this. So Elif twice. So this one we'll have to align with this one out here. So we align this with this one because this one is different. So we do rotation. So we run it again. So got it. All right. So let's say, what's your name? All right. I'm gonna pick somebody, Banice. Okay. And your name? I'm gonna pick somebody, Ethan. Banice, do you want to choose rock, paper, or scissor? You gotta talk to me.
Rock.
Rock? Okay, let's pick.
It would be better than if like the person put it privately in the chat, so like none of them would know what each other has. 'Cause-
So you want us to put this in the chat?
Oh yes, but I was saying it would be better if the person when they choose their rock, paper, or scissors, it'd be better if they put it privately in the chat so the other person wouldn't know what they're picking, so they wouldn't.
Okay. So right now, that's a good idea. Right now, we're just testing. Once the program run, then we can do that. Is that okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we say rock. Okay, Venice picked rock, and then Ethan. Do you want to choose rock, paper, or scissor?
I will choose paper.
Paper. Okay. And then we got it here. We don't get any answer, do we? If we're doing anything. Paper or what's your name, Bernice? Ethan, do you want to choose paper or scissor? Okay. Is there a tie?
Mm,
Bring it to me. Let me see here. 1 second, okay?
oh wait, are we supposed to like?
Hmm?
But so you know how you put
Maybe-
like the turn and say like rock wins? Do you think it would change maybe if like we put like print rock wins, or does it already know to print?
Yeah,
Okay, wait.
thinking that to return is just returning.
This one return if it's paper win or rock win. So for some reason it did not. So we gotta go here. Let me see. Let me put it a different code, okay? Because this one it's not telling us exactly what we want. So I'm gonna go ahead and move it over to download here. So I can grab it. All right, this is a little strange here. Let me go back again. Request. Okay, let's go ahead and say Bernice. Okay. Bernice picked a rock. Paper. Sorry. Okay, I started a long time ago. Not really. Okay, bear with me. I'm sorry about that. And so we come back here, open and download it. Seconds ago. There is a code right here, so we run it. Bernice. Okay, It's it's not running the way I want it, so we need to get here going. Let's see here. Okay, did that. When we did rock, when we picked rock, then okay, instead of okay, we have rock paper. That will be here. So either okay, let's go ahead and run it again. This time we're gonna do paper and then a rock. So we see, I think we just twisted a little bit. So we say Bernice. Say Ethan. And then we say let's pick this one right there. So we say paper. And then let's pick rock. Okay, that's not good. Okay, this might take me time, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and fix it. Okay, so let me. Okay, strange. All right, so looks like we are not able to get that. Let me go back here and see if I can change a few things. It's too long. Print, pick one. Okay, so color. Okay, let's see here.
Sorry, but can you please put this in the chat? I want to try something on my end and see if it works.
Okay, you want me to put the whole code in the chat?
Yes,
Okay,
thank you.
no problem. Let me see here. I'm gonna put it both on WhatsApp and also on chat here. Should be in your chat now. Copy and paste it. Then while let me test this one here. Let's call up. Let's that call up that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna test something. Okay.
Oh, I think the brackets after and return.
Let's return. Which one?
Like
Line number?
on the strings you put brackets, like return in bracket.
Which
I don't
one?
know if
Which line number?
on all of them, when you did the return, you put it in bracket, the bracket.
Okay. You want me to remove the bracket?
So yeah, I think so.
So that's the way it's supposed to be, though. It's a return. Because we return the string. We're returning a string, right?
Yeah.
If we did that, then we basically echo that. Otherwise, we echo this. What do you think?
Let me try and see what I'm saying makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna get it. A small problem here. What's your name? Say George. Esther. I say rock. Say pepper. Okay. All right, I think I got it. Let's see here. Got it fixed, okay? I'm gonna share my screen. And then we're gonna name it rock, pepper, Caesar. Okay. So I'm gonna share this again with you. Okay. For now, I'll share the chat. So let's go ahead and run the code. Now it looks like it's doing it. So we run it. We say the name Derek. Okay. And then we say Duchess. Okay. Derek, what are you gonna play with? Pepper, rock, or Caesar?
Scissors.
Scissors. Okay. The chess, what are you gonna play with?
Rock.
Rock. Okay. Okay. So look what we got. So rock wins. So you win. Okay. Then we play again. Then we try Derek again. We're gonna play with. And the chess. Think of something you want to play with. Okay. Derek, what do you want to play with?
Rock.
Rock. I should put lowercase, I think. Okay. The Duchess, what are you gonna play with?
Paper.
Huh? Caesar?
Paper.
Pepper? Let's see. Okay, so we have this. The reason why this is not giving us because I put capital letter instead of small r. So let's try one more time. So I can give Derek rock and then I give Duchess Caesar. I mean pepper. Did you pick pepper? Caesar. Duchess. And then we have Derek. It's rock. And then Duchess, what did you pick again?
Paper.
Pepper. Let's see who won that. Pepper wins. Oh, you win all the time, huh? Okay, so let me go back here, share this code. So whatever the difference between this code and the other one is what we call debugging. That one will debug that. If you look here, it's all good. It's all good. So we go back here, copy, paste this in the chat. Paste this in the chat over there. So I'm gonna get rid of that, delete that, everyone, paste again. All right, so Okay. So here we have one game. The first game was a number game. We were guessing numbers. Second game, we did pair, rock, scissors. So now, as you can tell, we use Python. The first time we imported random. Second time we imported the system. Those are libraries. And then both times we're using Python to program. If we went into deep Python programming, we will be able to use what the chess was suggesting, images. We can use images so you can see a pair of scissors, a piece of paper, and a piece of rock. Okay, so we can use that. Now, when that comes to that level, then that means you'll be able to master what we call HTML, and you'll also be able to master what we call CSS, and you mix those with Python so that we can create a very good interface. Interface is what you'll be able to use and interact with as a user. Okay, so let's go back here. Let me pick something real quick we can use to say you've given an assignment by your mom. Your mommy wants you to come up with a simple program which will be able to help her do shopping, grocery shopping. You think you can do, you don't have to program it, you just write it down. Okay, mommy wants to go to the store to buy groceries. And then what you have to do, just in the program, you put item 1, item 2, item 3, and those are the list of groceries. So maybe item 1 is milk, item 2 bread, item 3 vegetables, item 4 tomatoes, item 5 onions. Then once you put them in, then you print them out. That's a grocery list. You think you can do that in Python? Who think they can do that?
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe you're right. It's easy, right? You just use the input statement. So here, let's say grocery list, okay? Grocery list.
Oh, just to make a list? Yeah, I could probably do that.
Huh? Grocery list for mommy, okay? And then all you have to do is just input item. So you don't want to do input each time. You just want one input, but you put it in what do you call this in programming when it repeats itself?
A loop.
A loop. Okay, so you can say input item 1, and then input item 2. So instead of you putting item number or item 1, the loop will be able to count, and then whatever the name you put is going to be listed in. So if you do 1, that's going to be 1. Do the second one, 2. So what kind of loop are you going to use? Can somebody give me a guess?
Sorry, what was the question?
What if you are to use a loop for your shopping? What type of loop will you use? Remember, we used for loop, and we also have the while loop. Are you going to use the for loop or the while loop? Which one do you think is best to use? While, not end of the shopping, go to next. While, until you reach a particular threshold. So you say, today I'm going to do 10 grocery shopping. You say, while not equals to 10, continue. While not equals to 10, continue. As soon as it hits 10, stop, and then print. Okay, you can also use for loop if you want, but you'll have to have a variable set for the maximum number of grocery items you're gonna buy. Okay, can I give you this homework? And remember, the class today is the last day of class, but we are going to leave the WhatsApp group on, and you'll also still be able to use the Google. If you want to read the notes, the Google Classroom is still available. But I'm gonna say, do this homework if you can. So you make grocery list for your mommy using either a for loop or a while loop. Input item, that's the example. Item, and then you can say item 1, you can put that in a loop. Item 2, loop 2. Item 3, item 4. That's going to be your homework. You are still on WhatsApp, and you will still be on Google. For those people who decide they want to come back and do the second summer, we'll be able to continue from here. Okay. Do we have any questions so far? And how do we feel about this class now that today is our last day? Can I get some feedback? What you think we could have done differently? What you think you learned and maybe you need more time with? Any feedback?
I learned like kind of the basics of how to use HTML and Python. And I feel like I need more time on like all the systems in the computer and like all the parts and everything, and like what's better to use than others, and like yeah.
Are you gonna come for summer 2?
Maybe not.
Okay. If you come for summer 2, you'll be able to get more in-depth coverage of HTML and also in-depth coverage of CSS and also in-depth coverage of Python. And we'll also introduce another language, we call it JavaScript. Okay. And those combined will be able to put you at a position where you want to be almost to the level of being a professional, okay? You can design a very good looking website or gaming program, okay? Ethan, you had your hand up, go ahead.
What do you mean by summer 2? Like next summer or this summer? Just continue.
This one is ending. This one ended last week. I just decided let's give one more day. But if you are to come summer 2, we are starting on the 15th of July, and it will also run for 30 days. So that's what summer 2 is going to be.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. You can design this grocery list, even though the summer is over, summer 1 is over, but just share with me so we can see what your progress is. I think it will be really cool to see what you can do. Okay. You can always use Colab for now. Okay. Otherwise, any other question? All right. So I pasted the code in your WhatsApp. Copy, paste it, and run it on your own. See if you can make changes and try to improve it. See if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay. I'll see you online. And for those people who will be coming for summer 2, we'll see you in summer 2. Okay. Starting on the 15th. All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you all for making it this far. And I hope we shared enough knowledge to help you get started.
When is summer 2 starting?
On the 15th,
Oh,
15th of July.
On a Thursday?
15th of July, there's the following weekend. So 15th is just the official day we open the forum and the chat. But the following weekend is going to be on Saturday, 17th and 18th. But we officially open it on the 15th on Thursday. So Thursday, if let's say your parents want you to come to summer 2, then we'll make it available for you. Then we start sharing information, but our class will be 17th and 18th. Okay. All right. Any other question? Who think they gain a lot of knowledge in this class? All right. I'm very glad you guys did. And who think they would like to be able to one day make it their own website to just teach other people? You can teach your classmates. Now you go back to school on a regular semester. Now you'll be, when they teach or when they talk about hardware, they talk about software, they talk about programming, they talk about HTML, CSS, and Python. Now you'll be able to have some idea. Whatever we touched or we talked about is just a tip of the iceberg. We have more to do. Okay. So if we were to do more on like the rock or the tic-tac-toe, we can do for the tic-tac-toe drawing solution. We can use the images. We can use HTML and CSS to input. So instead of having the text, we'll be able to have the graphics. Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much. If you don't have any other question, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. But remember, be nice out there, okay? Be the best you can be. Keep on working hard, okay? All right, you all have a good one, and thank you very much. Okay, bye.
Okay, you too. Bye.
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 Bye.